Hello and welcome to the Swinglish Adventure. We are a half English, half Swedish family living our best lives on the southeast coast of Sweden. We're currently travelling around this incredible country in a little DIY camper van that we built on a tiny budget. And now we're using it to explore some incredible parts of Sweden. So hit the subscribe button and tag along. Right mate, should we go and find some ice cream?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you got, Charlie? Show us what you've got. It's ice cream, but with goldies at the bottom. You've got sweets at the bottom, haven't you? You lucky sausage.
Hey!
And jump on your bum. Yay! Ah!
I thought you were gonna crush his head then. Great parenting.
World's best mama. So the absolute strangest thing happened last night. We were stood around cooking dinner outside after we'd parked up in this really nice spot on Öland. Stood around, taking it easy, and all of a sudden it sounded like somebody had stabbed an aerosol can. Like a really loud psh sound. We were like, what the f*** is that? It was obviously coming from the van, because there was nobody else around really. There's a couple of people parked, but it was obviously a lot closer than they are. As I've walked around the other side of the van, saw it slightly sinking on one side, and it was pretty obvious that it was one of the tyres. And the front right tyre is just randomly blown out. Randomly got a massive puncture, I guess. As we've looked closer into it, it looks like the valves, the tyre valves are old. That was the mosquito net, giving up by the looks of it behind me. Falling apart, mate. Who built this? Terrible. So it looks like it's just a case of fixing the valves. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to do it last night because this was pretty close to bedtime for the kids. But yeah, we've got a time booked in on Öland today down in Färjestaden. So hopefully it's a pretty easy, simple fix and won't cost us loads of money. But it was just really, really random. Just one of those things. Just so strange. I'm going to jack the van up now anyway, so I'm hoping we've got all the right tools. I think we have, but I've never had to do this on this van before, so gonna jack it up, put the spare on, and hopefully we'll be all right to make it to Färjestaden. Fingers crossed we'll be all right and we'll be back on the road for this afternoon. So yeah. Well, this is the view of failure. What I thought was going to be an easy task has turned out to be not an easy task. The nuts are on so stupidly tight, and all I have is the tools that came with the jack, which came with the actual van. So it's absolutely my fault for trusting the French tools that were supplied with the van. They just don't work at all. It's bent. The socket's bent. This thing is not working anymore. But luckily, we have friends staying over in Kalmar, about half an hour away. So they're going to pick us up a few bits from Biltema. So we're going to stay here for the rest of the day, I think. There's definitely worse places for something to break on the van, because we have a kids' play park, a massive play park just down there. We're right next to the beach, and there's a shop next to us as well. And we can park here for as long as we want, really. There's definitely worse places to be. Yeah, so we've got a eldverbud here, which basically means a fire prohibition. So you're not allowed to light a fire, basically. You're not allowed to allowed to cook over fire, not allowed to light charcoal to grill or anything like that. So we're having to make use of the gas stovetop thing. We've not actually used it that much for cooking proper meals. It's normally used just for making the coffee and stuff like that on. So bit of pytti panna, classic Swedish disc, homemade though, not the Felix frozen stuff. So I think it'd be nice. It'd be good, I think. So we've been on this trip for a few days now, and some of it has not quite gone to plan. We've had a great time, but we've hit a couple of speed bumps, let's say.
Yeah, so when our friends came with the new tools, we finally got the knots off, and we thought, perfect, fine. We only spent about 3 hours doing that. Now it's just to get the spare on, no problem. Done in 10 minutes, go to the workshop.
Now we've only got the easy bit left.
Yeah. Little did we know, do you call it carrier?
Yeah.
That holds the spare and that's under the van. It was completely rusted and it took you about 5 more hours to get that off.
So like the whole thing took a full day.
Yeah.
We're normally like getting it up on a jack, swapping the wheel. It's like a 10-15 minute job.
Yeah.
So with a lot of WD-40 and a lot of elbow grease, we finally...
A lot of swearing.
A lot of swearing, yeah, to be honest. We finally got the spare on. We'd called the garage and we were on our way. Because I don't know if we mentioned this earlier, but we thought it was just a valve that had gone, that had, you know, sort of split and all the air had come out and whatever. Sort of 200, 250 crowns and we'll be on our way. We'd taken it to the garage and they gave us the bad news, which was that the tyres themselves, all 4 of them, were split and cracked and were basically not roadworthy, they said. They essentially told us, don't drive it. You can't drive it. So we're sort of discussing through options at the moment. But we've ended up being on Öland for way longer than we planned. The plan was to have a couple of days here with our friends and then head off over to the west coast. We've sort of explored this very, very small section of Öland a lot, over and over again. But it's just been one of those things. We're just trying to sort of make the most of it, have a nice time, you know.
And we're very close to society and we like to be in the forest and a bit more off-grid, but it's been lovely. Kids has been loving it. Sun is shining, super hot, loads of swimming, loads of playing. Can't complain.
We're just sort of taking it as it comes. It is what it is, and we'll see what happens next.
Yeah.
I think for now the kids are sleeping. We're going to wait till they wake up and we're going to go for a swim because it's really, really hot now, isn't it?
Really hot.
Oh! It's warm in there, is it? Good. What do you think, Charlie? Is it nice?
Yeah.
Bit cold, bit nice. One thing about staying so close to a campsite, you can probably hear in the background, is we get to hear the live music. Live music. Tonight's rock night, and I've just had to sit and listen to them murder a bunch of my idols. We've just had Nirvana, Green Day, and then Blink-182 in a row, and just all of them, all my idols, just murdered. Just. Are you having a shower? Van life shower.
See how.
I had my van life shower earlier. A bottle of shower gel in the sea.
I did that last night, didn't I?
Yeah. You shaved your legs.
Yeah, after the kids gone to bed, I went out on the boardwalk out here. Like, because we're so close to the camping, you don't want to wash yourself in the daytime.
No.
So, at like 9:30, I was like, all right, before the sun goes down, I'm going to go out, shave my legs and have a shower.
Sometimes it's got to be done. Shave your legs in the sea.
Yeah.
Very classy folk, aren't we?
Here we are.
Fancy people. It's been a really nice trip because we've made it a nice trip. I think this is one of those things with this sort of van life where you don't really plan what you're going to do next. Sometimes it goes to shit. Like sometimes your plans actually go to shit.
Yeah.
And the whole point is you don't know what's going to happen. So you just have to sort of make the most of it and enjoy where you are right now.
Yeah. When the wheel blew, did you say blew out? that day was not good because we focused on the wrong things.
Yeah.
And then asked our friends to bring some new tools, and then we're like, all right, have lunch, go for a swim, let's enjoy this. It is what it is. And after that, it's been all right.
The mood definitely changed when we realised that we were going to stay here because we couldn't move really.
Yeah.
We were negative, which is not really like us. We had a couple of hours or maybe even like half a day where none of us were in the mood, and it's not like us. So we sort of flipped it around, and we spent the rest of the days.
Had a family meeting at lunch.
Had a family meeting, went for a swim, went and jumped in the sea.
The family meeting was
Sort yourself out.
cheer the f*** up.
Exactly, it was. Let's just live in the moment a little bit and enjoy where we are, because that's what we normally like.
Yeah,
We did let it overwhelm us a little bit, but we've spent the last few days just sort of enjoying it anyway.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna make the trip home somehow and find some new tyres on the way. So I think for tonight we're gonna enjoy this incredible sunset.
Yeah.
It's pinky, purpley,
Yeah.
orangey sunset, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna crawl into the van and watch Taskmaster, because that's what we're all about, innit?
Yeah.
Wait till the sun goes down, get in and watch a bit of Taskmaster.
Yeah. That's life.
It's cosy as fuck though, innit?
It is. It really is.
So that's about it from us.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and see what we're up to next week.
We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.